Welcome to Inner Sun Alchemy and your monthly astrological forecast for the month of June 2017. My name is Jynnette and I'll be your astrologer. To get the most out of this video, be sure to have pen and paper because I have lots of transits to tell you about, as well as your natal chart. Now, if you don't already have your own natal chart, you can find one for free online. Just do a Google search and you'll be able to find different websites that will have them for you. My personal favorite is cafeastrology.com. Be sure to import your time of birth because it's going to be important to know where each of the planets are going to be in your personal houses. All right, without further ado, let's get started. We start the month off with one of the most auspicious days of the year, and that's going to be on June 3rd because the sun in Gemini is going to be trining Jupiter in Libra. So look to see where those houses are for you, the Gemini house and your Libra house, and there's going to be a beautiful trine between these two energies. With the sun and Jupiter, this is actually going to be a multi-beneficial time of expansion where you're going to see ideas and plans and visions that you have start to come to light and have opportunities come through other people. So this should be a really expansive day, a lot of newness opening up for you. This would be a great day also to start a business. Also on this day, Venus is conjuncting Venus is conjuncting Uranus in Aries. So whatever your Aries house is, you're going to see a boost of Uranus energy and Venus energy. Now, Uranus is the planet of revolution. It's about breaking into new horizons. This is also your energy of your higher self, which stretches you a bit. And the Venus energy is all about your personal values, what you love, your physical body, how you make money. So again, more expansion and new ideas in this area. So June 3rd is going to be a really powerful day in the month. There's also two other days this month that are also going to be pretty powerful, and I'll get to those later. On June 4th, we have the sun in Gemini squaring Neptune in Pisces, as well as Mars moving into Cancer. So for me, what this energy speaks to is, the day before you had all of this expansive energy, opportunities popping up, new relationships and connections happening, and now creeps in possibly the self-doubt or the overthinking, the overplanning, the jumping too far ahead. And this is a day of really kind of bringing you back and settling into what your actual step is to take here and now, and to trust the process and move into whatever the next step as it appears. What's interesting and nice with the Mars and Cancer energy, Mars was just previously in Gemini, which was, the energy of the mental body, of the world of creation and the ethers. And now Mars is giving us fuel in our emotional body, which is the Cancer energy. The emotional body is the area where you develop magnetism. So Mars is helping you increase this magnetism so you can increase the opportunities, the relationships, the business growth that you need in this area. So this helps to bring the higher levels into the physical, and this is that intermediary step before we actually see a physical manifestation. Next, on June 6th, we have Mercury moving into Gemini and Venus moving into Taurus. Both of these planets are moving into their native houses, their native signs, actually, I should say. And so this is going to be feeling like everything is moving as it should. Everything is going to feel in sync. You're going to be thinking clearly. You're going to be feeling probably your most self-esteem at this time, really clear about what you love, what you don't, what your boundaries are, how to grow. And so that should be a really flowing end of that first week for you. Now, the next big day this month is going to be on June 9th. And this is when Jupiter goes direct in Libra. We also are having a full moon in Sagittarius, and Venus is going to be sextiling Mars. So this is a really beautiful culmination energy that's happening, that's showing you the fruits of your labor from the new ideas and the seeds that you planted on the new moon in Gemini just a few weeks prior. So you should really be able to get a sense of how what you've been doing and how you've been working is starting to pay off. And you have the chance now to do a course correction if need be, or if this is exactly what you are looking to create, to continue pushing this forward to the max. To end out that second week, on June 13th, we have Mercury, which is in Gemini, trining Jupiter and squaring Neptune. So again, this is another time where we're having to cycle back to not second guessing, to not jump ahead of ourselves, to overthink. So again, with the expansive energy that has come through with the full moon, we don't want to then self-sabotage. So remain grounded and methodical in your steps forward. Okay, so that's a running theme for the first half of the month. As we begin the second half of the month on June 15th, we have the Sun still in Gemini opposing Saturn in Sagittarius, and Saturn right now is still retrograde. Now these two houses, the Gemini Sagittarius axis, is a really beautiful axis because it speaks to your conscious mind and your higher self. Now this gives you an opportunity to see in those places where your mind can only see so far, to reach across to that Saturn and Sagittarius energy and to see what your higher self is speaking to you. So this is a really gorgeous time to sit in meditation, to journal and write through, and to see what keys of liberation can come to you to help move you forward in any places that you may feel stuck. June 16th, we have Neptune, which is in Pisces, going retrograde. And Neptune will stay retrograde until November 22nd. So we have about 6 months of Neptune kind of backing off, of being in its most powerful energy. Now, the Neptunian energy in Pisces really speaks to, this dreamy world. It speaks to our spirituality, but it also speaks to addiction and mental illness. So if you've been doing your personal development work and your spiritual development work, any kind of healing work up to this point, then with Neptune going retrograde, you'll get a chance to see really how deep your healing went and see any areas that might still need to be addressed. If you haven't been doing your work and really haven't been focusing on those areas that need improvement, then as Neptune goes retrograde at this point, it's going to show you a lot that's there, and you can use this time over the next 6 months to really excavate and do some deep healing work, so that when you enter into the end of the year, into 2018, you can really feel free. On June 18th, Sun in Gemini is going to be sextiling Uranus in Aries. So again, these two houses are really being highlighted. More expansive energy, more new ideas coming through, more pushing the boundaries of your mind and thinking of new ways to live and to grow. So a lot of this month, as you can see, is really going to be bright, expansive, new, and really stretching you beyond what you've been before and how you've lived before. So make sure you leverage this to your benefit. The third auspicious day for the month is going to be on June 20th, because that's the summer solstice. This is the day of the year where we have the most amount of light. Sun and Mercury are also moving into Cancer this day, and they'll be conjunct early morning, June 21st. And Venus in Taurus is going to be sextiling Neptune in Pisces. So overall, this is going to be a really feel-good day. You're going to feel good in yourself. Your self-esteem is going to be high. Your physical energy should be good. You probably have a lot of money flowing, possibly in and out at this point. But overall, a really yummy day. So be sure to celebrate your success. And connect with those that you care about, and really give yourself the time to, see how far you've come. In the last week of the month, we have on June 24th, Venus trining Pluto. Venus is in Taurus, Pluto's in Capricorn, retrograde. And Mars in Cancer squaring Jupiter in Libra. So Pluto and Jupiter are really speaking to these initiative areas of, personal power in relation to others. And with Venus and Mars being in these really grounded, physical, feminine energies, it really gives you a chance to assess where you're giving and where you're taking, where the balance is going well and where it's not, and to hold appropriate boundaries for yourself, but also to enjoy really the good that is working for you. On June 25th, we have Mars in Cancer, trining Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces. So again, this is an opportunity to embolden that magnetic emotional body, to increase your ability to attract what you love, attract opportunities, and to bring the mental ideas that you've been having for the first 3/4 of the month into the physical realm. You're going to see in the last part of this month, moving into July, more physical manifestation and emotional groundedness in what you're creating. And we end the month on June 30th with Chiron, which is in Pisces, going retrograde until December 5th. So this is another about 6 or 7 month period of that healing energy of this asteroid pulling back, just like Neptune, and giving us a space to see what's there, to see where we have healed and where we haven't. And if we've been doing our work up to this point, then it should feel like a nice release for the rest of the year so that we can continue moving forward. But again, if we haven't been doing that work, this is an opportunity with both Chiron and Neptune being retrograde to really dig deep, to see what's there that's been hidden, and to address it and heal in new and supportive ways. Finally, we're going to also talk about the divine feminine asteroids, 4 in particular. Ceres is going to be in Gemini this month, and Ceres represents the transformation energy. She also represents the relationship that you have to your mother, or mother energy, divine mother energy. Pallas, asteroid Pallas, is going to be in Aries this month, or most of the month, I should say, and she relates to the energy of your creativity. She also relates to the relationship that you have to your father, or father energy, or that authority energy. Juno is currently retrograde, and she's in Capricorn. She relates to your partnerships and your personal fulfillment in them, whether they're romantic partnerships or business partnerships. And lastly, we have Vesta, who's in Leo, and she represents our high heart, which guides us on our path and holds our soul's inner flame. What's nice with this energy of her being in Leo is it also is congruent with the North Node that has moved into Leo, which is pulling us all into living from our soul's purpose, shining as our true selves in the context of community, not losing ourselves in community, but really coming to the fore with our gifts. So she is amplifying that energy for us and supporting us in that effort, which is amazing for this month. If you'd like to have a personal assessment of your astrological chart and the transits that are happening for you, either in general or business or love, feel free to reach out to me. Contact information is below in the description box. And then also be sure to check out the other videos that I'm going to be posting on the tarot, where I'm going to be channeling messages from each of the planets to your respective rising sign, and that will give you a more personal message and guidance that they have for you for the month. If you could, please like the video, subscribe, and share it to friends and family, and please do make use of this information to leverage your life into the best version of you possible. Thank you so much, and have an amazing day.